the silent passenger. They say you should never drive alone at night on Hollow Creek Road, not because of the winding turns or the dense fog, but because of what lingers there. Ryan had never been one for ghost stories. He was a rideshare driver, working late nights to make extra cash. He had heard the local legends, people disappearing, whispers in the woods, but they were just stories, or so he thought. The first warning. It was a little past 2 a.m. when he got a request. A pickup from the edge of Hollow Creek Road. The profile had no picture, no name, just user. Ryan hesitated. The last thing he needed was some drunk playing games. But money was money. As he pulled up to the location, the road was empty. No streetlights, just darkness stretching on both sides. The air was still, unnaturally so, as if even the wind refused to move here. Then the back door creaked open and the passenger got in. A woman, pale and silent. Her face was obscured by shadows, her clothes slightly damp, as if she'd been standing in the mist for hours. A faint smell of rain clung to her, though the night had been dry. Where to? Ryan asked, glancing at the rearview mirror. She didn't respond, just sat there, staring straight ahead. His phone buzzed, a message from the app, drop-off location updated. He looked at the new destination, Hollow Creek Cemetery. A shiver ran down his spine. He glanced back at the woman again, but she didn't react. Her breathing was slow and shallow, her hands resting unnaturally still in her lap. Something about her presence made the air feel heavier, the road that wouldn't end. Ryan swallowed his unease and kept driving. The road stretched before him, long and winding, swallowed by the thickening fog. He had driven this way before, but something was off. He had been driving for far too long, yet the landmarks he usually passed were gone. Just an endless road, flanked by towering trees that seemed to close the farther he went. He checked the mirror again. The woman was smiling now, a slow, unsettling smile that didn't reach her hollow eyes. Her lips barely moved, but he heard it. You're going the wrong way. His heart slammed against his ribs. What do you mean? This is the address. The woman leaned forward slightly, her voice barely a whisper. He's watching. The eyes in the fog. Ryan turned his head, following her gaze to the road ahead. The fog was thicker now, swirling unnaturally. And then he saw it, a figure standing in the middle of the road. Tall, motionless, no face, no features, just a dark, humanoid shape staring at the car. Ryan slammed the brakes, skidding to a halt just feet away. His breathing was shallow, hands gripping the wheel so tight his knuckles turned white. The figure didn't move. His hands trembled as he reached for his phone. The screen was frozen. The app, the clock, everything stuck at 2:13 a.m. He turned back to the woman. She was gone. The seat was empty, but the door had never opened. A tap on the window. Slow, deliberate. Ryan's breath hitched. He turned, and for the briefest moment he saw it, a reflection in the glass. But it wasn't his. It was hers. But she was outside, the passenger that never left. His body refused to move. The tap on the window came again, slower this time. Ryan squeezed his eyes shut, gripping the wheel, whispering to himself, "It's not real! It's not real!" Then the back door lock clicked. His eyes flew open. The passenger seat was occupied again. The woman sat there, her head slightly tilted, her smile wider now. Too wide. "Drive," she whispered. Ryan didn't think. He slammed his foot on the gas pedal. The car shot forward, the tires screeching as the figure in the road disappeared into the mist behind him. His breath came in ragged gasps, sweat dripping down his forehead. He drove blindly, heart hammering, hands shaking. Then the headlights flickered. The road in front of him had changed. He wasn't heading toward town. He was driving in circles. A loop of terror. The woman started humming softly, a haunting melody, one Ryan didn't recognize, yet felt strangely familiar. He glanced in the mirror. Her eyes were fixed on him now. His fingers dug into the steering wheel as he whispered, "Who are you?" She tilted her head, as if considering the question. Then she whispered back, "Do you really want to know?" The car sputtered. The fuel gauge was dropping faster than it should. Ryan had just filled up the tank before the shift. Now it was nearly empty. The GPS screen flickered, glitching. The cemetery destination disappeared. The road ahead stretched longer, endlessly winding. "Let me out," Ryan demanded, his voice barely above a whisper. The woman's grin widened. "It doesn't work like that." His breathing quickened. He yanked the wheel sharply to the right, trying to pull off the road, but there was no shoulder, no turn-offs, just trees that seemed to shift and move in the fog, swallowing any escape route. "Please," he whispered, "I just want to go home." The woman sighed, her tone almost pitying. "So did I." The last ride. No one knows what happened to Ryan that night. His car was found abandoned at the side of Hollow Creek Road, engine running, headlights cutting through the mist, but Ryan was never found. The only clue? His phone, still sitting in the driver's seat, screen flickering with one final notification from the rideshare app. User has canceled the ride. What came after? Months passed, and Hollow Creek Road became the center of whispers again. People claimed they saw a man standing by the roadside, waving for help. A rideshare driver, or something that looked like one. One driver, a newcomer to the area, picked up a late-night request at the exact spot Ryan vanished. He thought nothing of it until he looked in the mirror. The back seat was empty, but the ride had started. His phone buzzed. A new notification. Passenger has entered the vehicle. Then, a whisper from the seat behind him, though no one was there. "You're going the wrong way." The final question. No one drives Hollow Creek Road. Those who do either vanish or return with stories they can't explain. Some say Ryan's soul is trapped there, replaying his last ride over and over. But the real question is Ryan ever first, or just the latest? What would you have done if you were in Ryan's place? Would you have stopped for that late-night passenger, or ignored the request and driven away? Have you ever had a chilling experience while driving alone at night? A shadow on the side of the road? A whisper in the back seat when no one was there? Let us know in the comments. Your story might just be the next one we tell